what is it about this movie? What was it? Why this movie? There's a clip here, and I'm about to play. I played a little bit earlier. I'm going to play it. But this clip right here gives you the feeling. This is what people are saying. This is what actors and actresses and people who went to see that movie, this is what they were saying. This was the power of the Black Panther. So I'm going to play it right quick, and then I will come back.
I woke up today just like a hype, man. I was like, Kente is coming on, got my beads.
You just feel all this like electricity. It's like, ow, it's Black Panther.
We are here to talk about Black Panther and the kingdom of Wakanda and how incredible this moment is.
Black Panther, right? It's just a superhero movie. No. It's so much more than that. There's a different kind of excitement. You can feel something is happening for the culture. So some friends of mine invited me to go to an advanced screening with the African Artists Association and watch this movie with a bunch of proud African people and to just really see, like, what does this movie actually mean for us, for our culture, for our people moving forward, and to get to really tap into it on a more personal level, on a deeper level of what that means for being Black in America and for us celebrating our culture, especially at this time during Black History Month. This feels like a moment, doesn't it?
It's a moment. It doesn't feel like it is a moment.
There's something in the air. There's something spiritual that's happening.
You're like, wait, it's just a movie, man. Like, calm down. Like, don't get too hype. It's just a movie. But then it's like, it's a movie, like, about us.
It's generated so much interest, so much excitement, so much momentum. It's like we feel something special here.
To me, representation matters. Black Panther, I see myself. The only time I've ever been able to see myself in films is either genocide movie or slavery movie. But now I can see myself as a queen.
People are so excited for it. I've never seen people planning the outfits for the premiere.
They call their designer friend, hey, can you make me a dress for Black Panther? It's almost like we're part of the movie. It's not a red carpet for us. We're fans going to watch a movie, but at the same time, it's like we're a part of it.
Yeah.
We're gonna show up, you know, royalty, kings and queens.
For you, it was different because you're in the movie.
I am. Honestly, everyone in Hollywood knew that this movie was happening. We were all like rooting for it. Every single one of my friends, my peers were like, yo, we gotta get in Black Panther, man. How do we get in Black Panther? Actors were like calling production, like, I'm willing to work on this thing for free. Just I don't want pay, I just wanna be a part of it.
Being on the set was just incredible. You were in the presence of people who knew that there was something really tremendous happening.
To just see Ryan Coogler like in control of this huge production, the best technology, the best actors. I mean, it's really marrying Black culture, African culture.
Being a first-generation Ghanaian American, you always kind of question your place. Am I American? Am I African? You know, with trying to identify as African American.
It's about a dialogue between Africans and African Americans. It's a really important, conversation to have, and it's a really important idea to explore. Yeah. It's a dream that we're having for ourselves that isn't being instigated by anyone.
You see people from the Caribbean, you see people from the UK, you see people from East Africa, from West Africa, from America, and it's bringing together this unifying of all these different types of Black. What it does is it heals us.
Minority cultures are hungry.
Yeah.
They're just hungry. And the time has come where the hunger will see greatness that has not been precedented at all.
What do you think that's going to do for these next generations of kids to get to see this? Like, what kind of impact do you think it can have?
I know how powerful imagery is. I know how powerful movies are. And especially when you're a kid, to be able to see people that look like you, dark skin, on screen as superheroes. They're smart, they're elegant, and they're still paying respect to the tradition and the values and the culture. Like, for me, it's like the youth can see that and dream about what's possible in Africa.
Curtis and I are here outside in front of Grauman's on Hollywood.
Yeah. So that right there was a little clip there. You got the gist of it. But that was the power. That was the power of that movie. That was the power of Black Panther. That's the power of what Wakanda did to us spiritually. It got us talking. It got a renewed interest. It got a renewed feeling. So, if you look at it, the impact of this movie leaves us to ask the question, what's next? You know? This movie made over $900 million. It's getting close to $1 billion. That's a lot of money on a movie. So, if you look at it, it was a global success because this money came from all over the place. So, outside of this country, other cultures, other countries, other continents, they know that dark-skinned people, aka Africans, aka African Americans, aka dark Cubans, aka we exist. We all have different shades. We all have all different colors. So you can be in England and you can be a very dark-skinned black man, and you can date a fair, pale white woman, and they're not going to judge you. There won't be an eye batted. There won't be racism. That stuff does not really exist on a hold in these other countries. In Paris, the men are attracted to dark-skinned women. They're attracted to exotic features and the Nubian features that we have. You know? There's a lot of pride and this culture of our people is spread throughout the world. In the music, in the culture. People don't really realize that hip-hop is a direct reflection, a direct down the line path to our African tribal culture. African tribal dances and hip-hop have a very close correlation. All the way down the path, but there are very much similarities. And the other races are starting to be attracted to this culture. Not starting, they are very much attracted. If you turn on radio, if you look at videos, if you look at all kind of commercialism. I once did Uber, was an Uber driver. You give someone the aux cord. It's all black culture. Black culture, everything. Yo, turn on this Lil Uzi. Yo, turn on this Drake. Yo, turn on this T.I. Whatever. They turned it on. They knew the songs better than we did. So, commercially, it's cool to accept black culture. But let a black person get shot in the street. Are you emphasizing with us? Are you standing on the side with us? Are you outraged as we are? Do you understand Black Lives Matter without your All Lives Matter? Let me not get too deep on y'all right now. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? With this movie, you gotta realize that you have now opened up where you can see that the success of this movie has opened up all kinds of opportunities for other African American / black films to expand and reach new markets and new grounds. So now you can have a movie with the all black cast and be enjoyed by multiculturals. I don't know if it's going to happen. I know Marvel was able to do it because of superheroes. But if you have a Tyler Perry movie, not a freaking what's the name? Damn it, I just lost the name with an M. If you have another one of those movies, damn it, I didn't smoke none before the show. Madea. If you have another Madea movie, yeah. Hell, we hardly going out to it because we're sick of that same plot. We're sick of that same comedy. We're sick of seeing a man dance around in a dress. And you know, that's been played. So, say you had a serious Tyler Perry film because Tyler Perry has money, Tyler Perry has studios, Hell, part of Black Panther was filmed in Tyler Perry's brand new soundstage that he has on Southwest Atlanta. So yeah, he can produce whatever. I'm just saying, get away from your normal films. Start putting out some real substance here. Oprah has put out some awesome films. Selma was awesome, right? What's the girl name? Ava. I can't think of it with a D. What's the name? Nonetheless, is it Ava Delvery? I can't think of her name. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. The one who did. So she actually has the power of bringing some real great material to the Hollywood scene. Ryan Coogler has also been able to break ground. If you think about it, Fruitvale Station, small budget, awesome movie, told a story about a young man who was killed on the BART system in Oakland, Bay Area Rapid Transit, for doing basically nothing. That was a real story. Powerful story. Small budget, made a lot of money. Creed was an awesome movie. I mean, it breathed life into that Rocky series. You know, Rocky did, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? They had to bring Antonio Tara, whoever up in the movie. You know what I mean? All kind of crazy stuff where they had to bring, you know what I'm saying, whoever the star was of the day to fight Rocky. You know, whether it was Mr. T or Hulk Hogan or Dolph Lundgren or whoever it was, you know, they had to bring somebody larger than life to fight Rocky, and then in the end it just became really stale. You know what I'm saying? So this Creed movie brought new life to the series, because now it's not about Rocky as a fighter. It's about Rocky doing a little mentoring or whatever about Apollo Creed's son. Creed was also another excellent movie. Ava DuVernay. That's it. Thank you, Mocha. But it was a great movie. Wasn't a black cast movie, but it lets you know Ryan Coogler. Give him some money and this man can make it happen. He can make it happen. Black Panther was a visual, stunning success. It was a awesome plot. It had depth, it had meaning, and it brought something different to the typical superhero Marvel series, because it had underlying themes and other things that also had you thinking and scratching your head and just kept you engaged. You know what I'm saying? So that's the good thing. That's a good thing. My man Ryan is also a good director. So we have great black filmmakers, producers, executive producers, music score makers. I mean, we have all kind of resources, all kinds of great actors, all kinds of up and coming actors. How many of y'all fans of The Chi on Showtime? That is one awesome series. The Chi, awesome series. Atlanta on FX, awesome series. Issa Show, awesome series. You know what I mean? These shows are not bound, even Blackish, awesome series. They're not bound by the constraints of the predecessors of film, shows, and movies. They aren't afraid to go in directions where they need to go to capture an audience, to talk about different topics, to address certain things. You know, these shows are not afraid to address these things. They're not afraid to explore a sexuality, such as